Hello, friends. Oh, and a Javelineer, of course. Why is it always Javelineers? Definitely rhetorical, I get it. And I do actually enjoy the challenge that they pose. They're a very unique enemy in a lot of ways. Reflecting Nets is so satisfying? Yeah. It's just a tinge below, just the slightest bit below reflecting Orbs of Destruction back at enemies, but nevertheless, that's still high praise because they are both incredible when they turn out in the moment, to say the least. That Javelineer can't be dead, right? Killed Merfolk, killed Merfolk. This was the old Javelineer, I believe. Must just be hidden around a corner here somewhere, I feel, but we'll have to see in just a moment. Should probably be in statue form, especially... Whoo, look at that crowd. Didn't know I was so popular. Well, at least when we kill, like, 3 high, or relatively high hit dice enemies, we're almost back up to full mana. Incredible. And we'll just keep, yeah, rinsing and repeating. Basically going back back and forth between radiating toxicity and blasting everyone away from us. And all in all, it leaves us in a pretty good spot. This is why Vehement is so fun on casters. As much as I really enjoy, like, Gozeg is just so well-rounded and has so many, you know, good utility options, a lot of lifesavers that you can kind of pull out, and bribing Zot is the easiest Zot you'll ever go through. But there is something to be said for just being able to continually blast without any respite across the board on all these Sons of Guns. Something truly lovely about it at the end of the day here. Hello? Hello, friends? Notice me? But not too much either. My transformation is almost over, I think I just saw. It's good to note, especially with some Javelineers. We do have this option at least. You know what? I like this option. Probably do a decent chunk of change across the board here. Yeah, Javelineer is pretty much already dead, which is the best place to find yourself against a Javelineer. We are also very low mana, and there's another Javelineer at the end of the tunnel here, unfortunately. I'd rather have statue form for the extra defensive capabilities, or try and blast these Sons of Guns. We can take a look at you real quick. 73 health total. Oops. Didn't actually mean to take the step there, but that's fine. And you have a Trident of Venom. That's fine. Merfolk right next to us shouldn't be too much of a problem either. Let's go a little bit ape on this, I think. Fire's not going to be great. Mind Burst, 69% chance. Go for it. No? One more try. There we go. That time it at least works. I was hoping to have enough magic for another LRD by this point. I guess we could just go with Toxic Radiance. Or we can take a step back, put enemies between us. That also works out fantastically. How much damage do you do, my friend? 22 plus your longsword? Not enough is how I'm going to put that, or frame it in my head. Though, slightly regretting my thoughts on the matter now. Probably slightly closer to death than was absolutely necessary, but should be able to get out of this one. I'm trying to think, do I want to just cut my losses, go with the heal wounds and a statue form, and then we're almost for sure good? Just a statue form, I think, gives us enough hit points to not be in one-shot territory. And definitely gives us enough armor class to make it very unlikely. If I miscast it, though, at 4% failure rate, I might just be dead. So let's not risk it. That would just be silly. Ooh, the heal wounds doesn't actually do as well as I would like either, though. Oh no. You would almost definitely be feared. Though again, if we fail, we die. Only have one blinking scroll. That's generally not the best argument in this game. 4% sure that would never happen. How could it? It's just not possible. In fact, I'm wondering how that compares to the Scroll of Fear. They only have 1 pip of willpower, which makes it almost guaranteed to work. But is that almost guaranteed better than 96%? At the end of the day, it is kind of better, at least in the statue form. Best idea is probably just to blink away. Play it safe, don't get stupid, don't get cocky. Live to fight another day. But if we had to choose between statue form and fear, I feel like fear is the better strat because it actually gets us out of this, versus statue form just potentially gives us enough health to not be one shot, and potentially gives us enough armor class to get through the fight in one piece. What do I wish to do? Similarly, I could IMB. And that is likely to, if not kill them, at least get them off my back. But I don't know if I'm willing to risk at 19 health, especially if they don't get knocked back, or if they get knocked back 1 and then random energy towards me, I'm probably dead. We've used up all of our luck already earlier in the run. Let's not stretch the bounds of that further, shall we? So I should blink. I'm worried about needing a blink to finish off the rest of shoals, which is not the best way to think about consumables in this game. Use them while you got them, stay alive. That's the only thing that truly matters in life in DCSS. Yeah, let's just play it safe. I'm so tempted to just go with the fear and hope that everything shakes out, but I will be extremely unhappy with myself if it does not, in fact, shake out. So let's just play it safe here, use up that blinking scroll, and in the future, now we can go into fights knowing we don't have blinking as an option, and so hopefully we can avoid any scenarios where that is our only avenue towards success. I saw the rune there for a moment, I did get excited, but hey, turns out it's right next door, so that still all works out fantastic. As for you, we definitely want to just head over to the stairs, why the heck not? I mean, sure, we're mesmerized now, so that kind of wrecks any potential plans at full retreat, but we can pretty quickly get rid of that effect, and then just use IMB to kind of rest on our laurels, have a good time, and live the good life. Fantastic. That just about does the trick. We are mesmerized again, but this is just about the best time for such an eventuality, because we should actually generally be okay to fight you if you would stop being such a coward. Come back here, you coward! Why am I even doing this? Let's finish off with an iron shot. I was kind of hoping that we could just kind of fight our way through that fisticuff style, but maybe a little bit unreasonable for our little scrawny elven friend here. Second of file floods? No thank you. In fact, why the heck am I even sticking around? I should just leave. We got what we came for. Am I not satisfied with that? Do I wish to take everything from the merfolk peoples? Potentially. I am a horrible person. So there is that. Vampiric Trident. Ooh, I didn't even notice. Again, it's almost kind of tempting to take that. We'll do a quick Control F period, though, just to make sure there's not any incredible magical artifacts lying on the ground forgotten. But that looks just about right. And there we go. We're 2 runes down. Incredible stuff. Definitely can't complain too much. Kozuku's Refrigeration. We got this a while back, and it briefly crossed my mind that it could be a decent selection. We basically either want that or something like Ignition. Get some of that real AoE damage effect going. Are you not entertained? Oh, they never are, Safid. They never are. Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. For a movie from, what, like 2001? Maybe 2000? When did Gladiator come out? That sounds about right. It's like relatively young Russell Crowe. Joaquin Phoenix definitely was younger at the time, but he has such a like ageless quality. Specifically, I think it's his eyes. It's those like deep smolder eyes. That impression I just did there was not even close. Those were my crazy eyes more than a smolder. That's because like I do not have such functionality. I'm not equipped with these skills, unfortunately. But okie dokie. Yeah, vaults to 4 probably is a decent idea here. We could also head to Elf. We're slightly low on willpower, but it's not the end of the world. But probably will just head to vaults. It at least is the most modular of the areas here. Elf can get overwhelming sometimes. Vaults, unless you're super unlucky, you can kind of just take fights one at a time, so that's always lovely. Trying to think, there's not too much we're training for right now, which is why I'm so tempted to switch gears into and get Ozokubus. I guess what would we give up? We need 5 spell points. LRD, Freezing Cloud, both of which have been kind of useful here. Especially Freezing Cloud is going to get a heck of a lot more powerful if we start actually training Ice. So otherwise, it would be Fulminant Prism and Sting. I don't really want to get rid of Ulgrip's Toxic Radiance, just because it has such a solid spot in my heart. Do I really need to train more spell casting? I feel like I'm too eclectic in my spell selection this time around. Normally I reduce it down fairly quickly, and you know, it is just the 3 spells that I'm actively using at any given time. But today, for whatever reason, I just want all the spells. But we could get rid of Sting. We could get rid of Fulminant Prism. We'll have Freezing Cloud still as a smite targeted thing, and if they're cold resistant, then we can just hightail it the heck out of there. We can train spellcasting. I'm a little bit concerned as to how quickly it'll go away. Ozokubu's Refrigeration has been an offer for a while now. It was a bit ago. Can't recall exactly when I kind of thought of it. I meant to, as soon as we finished a fight, go into this pretty much exact tirade, but I'm pretty sure stuff almost completely hit the fan and I started panicking, so it completely vacated the old memory banks when it came to discussion topics. But yeah, both Sting and Sandblast can definitely go, but unfortunately just doesn't give us enough points. We could hope that we get enough experience, and if we don't, take that as a sign, an indication that the fridge is not the way to go in life. I am generally bad with a lot of those drawback-based spells, so the fact that you're not able to drink potions after casting Refrigeration does often get me into trouble. I'm definitely not too proud to admit that. But let's let the game decide. Bring this up to 15. Shields is about to hit, so then that will be focused, and it should happen pretty quickly, and then we can take another little bit of a peek, see how many points or spell levels that gave us, and move on from there. Let's head on down, shall we? Crackle of Arcane Power. Ooh, do I want to do a Wizlab? I find them terrifying. Let's do a quick search. If there's any area where it's potentially the hardest to get to said Wizlab, it is here. Oh, wait, this might be it. Between these two, this looks more like a shop. And this looks more like a Wizlab. This definitely looks like a shop. So, with that in mind, start breaking ground here. Oh me oh my. Let's see, how loud is everything here? A bit loud on Freezing Cloud, that's too bad, but I guess same with our single shotters, Iron Shot and Orb Destruction, so that's fair enough. Fulminant Prism in the same camp as well, how about that? Oh, jeez Louise. I probably should have turned on some lights in my house. It's absolutely pitch black out there. Well, we can worry about that in a moment. Let's first focus on the trouble at hand here. Do you know what? We can make some noise. Oops, I don't want to hit myself. This much is true. Full prism should be fine. Never a doubt in my mind. Tank slime, that's the 110, I believe, for max damage. We could keep shoving them back with IMB. So I'm tempted to try here, especially since in like a nice open space like this, anytime we deal damage to the slimes, it's fairly likely that they'll split. So let's do it. Let's shove you off real quick. And ooh, do you know what this actually... Can we thread the needle? Holy crap, we can. Oh, geez. That was a sudden leap. Whoopsie daisies. Thinking things through. Not exactly on our list of skills and traits today, apparently. You do have bad willpower, so we could try this, or we could try fear. 58% chance to paralyze? Well, let's do it. My transformation is almost over. This son of a gun is probably just about ready to wake up. Oh, oops, that's not what I meant to do. 302 health, so you're probably at around 100. Is it too late for me to get a sneak in? No, not so much. I could just close the door on you too, right? Dum. Let's at least wait a bit. Oh, hello, my friend. This is awkward. So since my way out of here is kind of blocked up at the moment. All in all, this was probably not the best plan I've ever put into action, but we'll have to make do as is. Can just blast you a couple of times? No, we can't. That's cool too. At the very least, you can't do quite as much electricity damage when we're adjacent like this, so that's something. 83% chance. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. There we go. Fantastic. Very nearby, so it is definitely just up here. One short hop, skip, and a jump. Do I want to do a Whiz Lab? I'm so unfamiliar with them that they're definitely the scariest portal. I don't think, again, I'm not sure when Whiz Labs were actually added to the game, but I definitely did not see one until like 2 years ago, and I started 12 or 13 before, not before that, 10 years before that. Drop items before entering. Thank you so much, Egley. We at least have a little bit more space this time, but still definitely prudent, to say the least. So, what do we wish to drop? Immolation could potentially come in useful, as much as I hate to admit it. Same, like teleport does, I think, generally work in Whiz Labs. Buffer of Cold. Stones could go, I guess. Too much good stuff right now. Oh, Wand of Flame can go. I was mostly keeping that around 4 shoals to create steam clouds if necessary. And, oh right, I guess all of the, like, brand weapon, enchant armor. Let's actually use a couple of these. Helmet might stick around till the end of days, and one more AC on cloak? Sure, why the heck not? Unlikely to be using them on too many other things besides potentially the kite shield of reflection that we're hoping to use at some point. I almost hate letting the Titanic slime heal, but hopefully it splits by the time we come back through that way. Otherwise, we're in yet another pickle, unfortunately. But let's do this. Head through the Hall of the Hellbinder. Okay, it's probably a bunch of demons can be. readily expected. That makes sense. I wish that I had Yara's Violent Unraveling, because I feel like we're going to be dealing with some summons here, but that's fine. What the heck is this? That is just the floor. Cool, like summoning circles or something, I'm guessing. That's what that's all about. Here, let's just make some noise. Here in the center of all things. And if enemies decide to come our way, that is lovely. Wait, who gave us barbs? You? That? Oh, you can embed barbs. That is either new or has just literally never affected me before. Either way, it's wild. Good to know as well. Good to keep in mind moving forward here. Okay, we definitely want to be careful as we get surrounded. This is basically like a miniature version of the gateway to hell. We have RN, not enough. So I think I'm concerned that we're just gonna have to leave. The second there's a tormentor, it's over. For sure. And it's definitely looking like it's gonna go that direction. So I think we might just have to bail on this one, which I mean I'm kind of happy about. Wizlabs scare me, especially demon themed ones. We could hope for like acid clouds out of condenser vein or something desperate like that, but there's no real guarantees, unfortunately. So the question becomes, do we risk it whatsoever or just hightail now? You can push me, right? I probably need to get out now then, so I don't get pushed off the stairs and cascade into a horrible situation. So, what did I just say, game? What the heck did I just say? Well, hopefully we can knock them off then. Condenser vein might just have to come into play regardless. Did I just get poisoned? That's not ideal. But okay. We keep Iron Bean to keep the melee buddies off of our back. And step here and try and escape once more. Please get me out. Jeez Louise. The poison clouds normally would have been terrible in this vault, but actually most of the enemies on this side ended up being vulnerable to poison, so that was lovely. I will keep Iron Bean because it also has the chance of just freeing up the staircase for us. Oh, if I step up here, I think the Green Death takes my spot. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. Is there anything else I want to do here? We could Scroll of Summoning, but then we're throwing so many things at this that we almost might as well just try and make our way through entirely. So this buddy's going to start to be annoying with the Drain Life. I guess we don't have too much other sources of negativity right now, at least, so that's lovely. Oh, you have Abjuration, so maybe I shouldn't bother necessarily with Scroll of Summoning quite yet. Let's instead do that. So close. Guess I kind of forgot how slow statue form makes us, but there we go. Get surrounded. Holy Word would do the trick, but now we don't have any pushers next to us. And I think I'm still in the boat of let's just get out of here. No need to be needlessly risky. We can instead just live another day. Similar set of reasoning to when we were using the blink scroll earlier. Anything to stay alive, and anything else, or everything else is secondary. Oops. Let's try that again. There we go. Why does the targeting change here? Don't actually know. Can you give me a reason? Nope, just conjures up a large cloud of lethally cold vapor. Let's see what this does. Still seems to do the same effect, so it is more of a visual thing, but that's fine. Not too shabby here. Staff of Poison. No, I'm probably fine. We're still kind of using OTR, don't get me wrong, but it very much has taken the back foot here. You probably have a 4% chance of banishing me. I'm okay with that. We have a lot of fire resistance though, so you still get prioritized, I think. And all of you fools can hopefully just get absolutely destroyed. Can't even tell what we're killing here, but I think it's most of you. Yeah, heck yeah it is. Beautiful. That's all we can ask for. Pass wall and stone arrow. A little bit unnecessary at this stage in the game, but still very sweet of you to think of that game. I do want more spell books. You're not wrong there. Sentinel's Mark is at 23%. I was kind of concerned about something like that being the case. So I'm going to send one of these and then duck out of vision. Convokers are always a pain, but right, we have Iron Shot, don't have to resort. I was just going to cross my fingers and hope that Orb of Destruction threaded the needle, but no need whatsoever. I also just accidentally mispressed O to hit 0, the hotkey for, or the macro for statue form, right as it came off of effect, so that was lovely. Let's just throw some of that nastiness down to start out. I was killing Ironbound Frosthearts since years ago in the depths of the ice caves. You think this phases me? Okay. Okay. I would like these slimes not to all group up again. I don't want another Titanic incident at our fingers here. You deal 66 or 88? 88. That's still too much. I'm going to be honest with you, especially since we're in statue form, and so we'll be slow if we walk away. Do we get enough spellcasting for a new spell? Let's take a look. Gone up to 3 spell levels, but I don't know if it matters when this hits like a round number and or if we need to level up. It's weird, again, because of just how much I played this game, you'd think I would have a base understanding of some of the more basic concepts in the game, but I've always just gone by feel for a lot of various things. Like, don't get me wrong, I spent a heck of a lot of time when I first started playing, like poring over like the wiki or looking at little guides and tidbits here or there, but a lot of it was also me just kind of seeing how things worked. Whether that ends up being accurate or not is potentially another question in its entirety, but let's see. This door's open, that door's open. I'm gonna leave statue form at the risk of taking a heavy hit here. Oh, never mind, because these buddies are all gonna split. Okay, this is actually much more manageable, even though we're taking damage from 3 vectors here. It's still not too shabby overall. And as for you, we're probably going to go with Ice Magic. Let's see if leveling up to 15 did give us another spell point since we just checked like 20 seconds ago. So that's interesting. With 4, we only need to gain 3. So what would we get rid of here? Fortunately, it's still not in the best spot, but what do you think of them apples? I think that might come up in time. Of course, statue form fails just when we needed it most. It disappeared. Okay, we lost Ozakuba's refrigeration, but on the more positive note, would you look at that? Vehement delivers. So, okay. I'm going to go Ignition instead. That's a bit safer for me for sure. It's going to take a heck of a lot of training. Don't get me wrong. We have nothing in Fire Magic, I believe. Absolutely Zill. But it is incredible. So this one we will have to get rid of something for. 1 level 4 is all we need to get rid of, and we have access to it. We can always relearn Fulminant Prism after the fact, is what I think I'm going to boil this down to. As much as I have 100% gained that new appreciation for Fulminant Prism, Doesn't make it immune to the purges. Spellcasting, get out of here. Nothing but fire magic, probably until like 22, 24. Let's put it to 22, shall we? In fact, actually, let's set it to 20 just so that we have a bit better of a concept of when it comes offline. We won't be just waiting an eternity in a bit of a black box scenario. Instead, have some level of idea, at least a concept as to what's going on. That seems good. Hello, friends. Definitely can't get rid of IMB. That much we know for certain after just how much I rely on it everywhere here. Ooh, and I was hoping that would kill the Preserver, but that's fine too, I guess. Instead, just keep blasting through here. Behemoth, you're a real doll, you know that? Oh, jeez. Okay, I regret. Don't you mark me there, Sentinel. Don't do it. I know you're thinking about it, but don't. Let's just pop out of here real quick. We'll come back in full mana so that we can hopefully just blast the heck out of that Sentinel before we get marked at our only way in or out. Sentinel casts a spell at us, but we struggle to resist. Yes. And all those Pokemon players tried to tell me that struggle was useless. Useless, they said. And yet I continue to struggle to this very day. In many different ways. But there we go. I probably should have saved the magic to go into statue form, and in fact now I very much think that I should have saved the magic to go into statue form, but we'll just take our new friend upstairs. That's fine. All is well that ends well. Fantastic. Ooh, and ignition is down from 100% already to 99. You do love to see it. Progress. It's something. Hello, my dire friends. Gonna be in dire straits indeed, I'm sorry to say, at least if things go my way, which I'm hoping they do, if I'm being honest. As much as I care for you all in my own special way, I do love elephants. This is not the right direction. Oh no. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, pardon me. Just need to walk on by you here. Oh, and then we're gonna fail statue form. Perfect. Ooh, and get pushed off the stairs. Even more lovely. Now, what else can we get to go wrong here? I'm sure there's something, right? I've failed 4% twice in a row now? Excuse me? That is how probabilities work, but I still want to say, facetiously, that's not how probabilities work. There we go. Much better. Probably took way longer than necessary to kill that elephant, but hey. As long as we make it out in one piece, I can't exactly complain. Speaking of getting out in one piece, this throws a little bit of a wrench into that plan, but again, we have good fire resistance, so that's probably one of the more ideal enemies to fight against. Did I get mutated at some point? No, that was just a random teleportation trap. Good to know. Good to know. Well, I could fight here, but I'm probably just gonna teleport again. Wait. Oh, that was the teleport scroll taking effect? Why is this whole floor terrible? I'm gonna read one more teleport. That should be okay, if not great. IMB to just keep some of these melee buddies off my back. It just keeps getting better. Do you know what? We have lots of teleport scrolls. Before our health gets too low, I would like to get lucky just one time. Getting marked is not what I was talking about, game. Let's see, you're gonna shoot us. You two won't do much in melee damage. I hope I land directly on top of a stairwell, otherwise this is gonna be rough. I want a magic map. That is true, at least to see how close we are to his stairs. Let's do it. Play it a little bit safer. Oh, I thought our teleport would have kicked in by now. Okay, so this would be good, but it's slightly too far from us now. There's so many better places that we could have pinned it up. We do have one cancellation, so we can get rid of the mark status once we get put somewhere safe. 36 plus your arbalist. Oh, if we roll badly, we're gonna be in real rough shape. Okay. Cancel. We did spend one turn marked here, but that should be okay. I didn't want to use it beforehand because it would have canceled the teleportation status, which of course was kind of the be-all end-all plan for getting out of there in one piece. But okie dokie. Ignition is coming down fast at least. You get a lot of experience in this area, which is always lovely. You know what? Yeah, we'll just close that door for a moment. Reduce the number of enemies that can peek at us as well. And otherwise, this might hit us, but it shouldn't. Very low odds. Beautiful. And that is more like it. The Yaktar pops into vision just long enough to get absolutely destroyed. You do love to see it. Oh my gosh, and there we go. Well, okay, we're not out of it yet. We still have some unfortunate Yaktars on our tail, but we're getting there. Heck of a lot closer than we were a second ago. Do I keep fighting here, or should I... Let's see, where does this lead out? Oh, that's a nice safe place. And so, I will fight. At least a little bit, just a smidge. Take care of the Yaktar. Pack real quick. Nope. And then I can get out of there as soon as the Vault Warden shows up. No need to risk anything now. Let's not be ridiculous. And there we go. So we will be coming back to vaults, but what I think we'll do real quick is find that kite shield that we left behind. And let's see how well we can cast in this son of a gun, shall we? So we're at... Let's go into statue form, since that's what we'll generally be in. 67% for ignition, 1% as our next highest across the board, excuse me. Swapping over to this son of gun. Only goes up to 78. This only goes up to 3 if we cancel statue form. 7% failure rate. That's not too bad. I can probably handle that. Wizardry helping out a heck of a lot here, to say the least. We will probably end up training just a bit more shields at some point down the road. For now, let's just enchant this bad boy up and take me back. Got to go back. Perfect. It sure is nice having smite targeted blasting with all these bogarts running around. They just do not stand a chance. No shot whatsoever. Which you love to see. There we go. Fighting things, absolutely no training in any kind of weapon skill, and yet here we are. Some fancy boots. Mine are just +1, right? Okay. I'm interested, game. The boots of dramatic exits. +0, slay +6. I mean, it's not necessarily super useful for this character, but we only go down 1 AC. And we have occasionally been fighting stuff in glorious hand-to-hand combat. Let's drop that son of a gun real quick and just get back on the road here, shall we? You can do stuff. Paralyzes at 4%. That's not too bad. That I can live with, to say the least. And you know what? Let's just hasten the defeat of our foes here. Makes life a wee bit easier, even if it's not completely necessary. And lovely. Ooh, okay, we can close this. Okay, you should not have opened this door. That will probably be a very regrettable life decision. Fortunately, it was my invoking friend. One thing that I recently had mentioned, or I saw somebody bring up, was the idea that you can use Yara's Violent Unraveling to get rid of the convocation effect, which is incredible. That's such a good piece of tech in my mind, because I absolutely hate that spell. And I'm always just trying to murder them before they get the chance to pop it off. But I've since, come to the realization, or been told about the concept of using Yara's Violent Unraveling to just get rid of that, since it is in fact a status effect, which I thought was very cool. And absolutely brilliant. Okie dokie. Got poison. Might as well throw down a freezing cloud or two. I don't mind if I'm in the outskirts. Can always step on out. And that should just about do it for this crowd. Even having enough slain to fight in glorious hand-to-hand combat. Love to see it. Perfect. Not something we necessarily want to do with any amount of frequency, if we're being honest, but still good to know that we're able to if necessary. Potion of Mutation and Magic we can highlight for now, but I'll just buy this haste while we're here. Kill the wizard as soon as possible. In fact, yeah, let's add some poison to that. We don't mind too much about the sentinel since we're already largely done the floor here. Fantastic. I didn't need any more IDs, right? No, everything I'm carrying on me, at least at the moment, is identified. Lovely. Okie dokie, do I dare go back down to Vaults 2? It was an absolute nightmare last time around, but I guess it is an incredible source of experience, which is kind of the whole shebang at the moment here. And as long as we're not dropped directly into the middle of a horde, I think we'll be okay. At least relative to how that went the first time around down here. Very unfortunate series of events. Lemony Snicket, eat your heart out. Okay, you friend, we're just gonna quickly advance on. Okay, if we can just one-shot everyone, then I think we'll be in a pretty good place moving forward. So just more of those, please, game, if you could be so kind. I feel like it's a fairly simple request. Not asking too much of you by any stretch. Okie dokie. Absolutely stellar. Should be careful tab fighting with the healer in the mix here, the preserver. That's definitely gone poorly for me in the past. But in my usual fashion here, I decide not to learn from my mistakes every time, and sometimes you wait till, the second, maybe even third time you make a mistake before you actually learn anything. Because I am just that intelligent. Okay. Ooh, that did not kill you as much as I would like it to. In that case, it's lovely for you to get trapped behind your much quicker friends. Appreciate that. My stormy friend. Do you have any smite targeting? You do have airstrike. That's good to note. This son of a gun deals 17 damage and much, much less fire damage with our current resistance. So in normal form, I should be able to make it to the stairs in time. Lovely. And let's just find another way down, shall we? So we actually did get to see where this one comes out. And where was it? Somewhere over here? No, that is a fake stairwell, or a hatch rather, up here. Yeah, that seems nice. Seems lovely this time of year. There we go. best way to deal with any problems is just throw an Orb of Destruction at it, of course.